Ladies and gentlemen, we got a cake story for you. I got a button for it, but I'm not allowed to push it right now. All right, question on this one is, am I the astronaut? I always make cakes for my niece's birthday. This year, I stayed at home. Based on title alone, let us know what you think. Since my niece 8 was born, I've always been asked to make a cake for her birthday. The first year went well, but the second year something happened and started a tradition that I hate. The smash cake in the face thing. The first time, it was even funny, I can't deny that. The timing was perfect and we had plenty of other food too. No one was hurt. The cake landed on my sister's face and was just a plain blue cake with the words happy birthday written on it. Third year, my sister asked me for a Winnie the Pooh themed cake. Didn't think much of it and agreed again. Spent hours on this cake and made it 3 times because the first 2 versions were terrible and I couldn't find a way to save them. I'm not a professional, I just like it. When I brought this cake, I was proud. An hour later, my niece's face ended up in the cake. I tried to laugh with the others, but I felt frustrated. No one even tried it, and then the cake was just thrown away. It was the same over the next years. Each time my sister promised that this time they would eat the cake and not continue the tradition. Then I would bring the cake, she'd take a picture, stick my niece's head or hers in the cake, and throw it out while everyone else laughed. This year I'd had enough. I said I would not make a cake. My sister tried to convince me for weeks, sending me pictures with ideas for this year, but I kept saying no. I finally got pissed off and said that not only am I not making the cake, but I'm not gonna go to the birthday party either. I gave my niece a present a month before her birthday, and every time someone asked me, I said I'm not going. Well, they still didn't believe me. The party was on March 1st, and from what I know from my cousin, everybody was waiting for me for 2 hours. They tried to contact me several times, but my phone was turned off. My niece started crying at one point, and my sister's husband finally ran to the store and bought the first cake he saw, but everyone was irritated. Instead of focusing on the party, they were discussing my absence. They also returned home earlier than usual. Timeouts! Timeouts! I can't press a button, but red flags, and just like whole red scene here. We're just gonna hold this up. You can look through it, and everything you see there will be red. The fact that this girl's parents, mom, we don't even know that dad knew. We know mom knew for sure. The fact that her parents knew the person who they were trying to coerce into making a cake, which is screwed up on its own, was not gonna be there, said she wasn't gonna be there, didn't have a backup cake, didn't go ahead and get a cake, did nothing, still gambled on their own egos, just pisses me right off. Not only is this extremely disrespectful to you, OP, because even though you created a boundary and you reinforced it several times, they were like, you'll cave, you'll be there. Went so far as to just not even getting their kid a cake. And what, now it's all your fault? It's all your fault that this kid didn't have a cake on her birthday? That's messed up. To be honest, I feel a little bad and I'm no longer sure if I did the right thing. My sister always pays me for the cakes and I really like my niece, but on the other hand, it annoys me to see my work and food go to waste like that. Edit. No, I didn't take money this time. No cake, no money. But yes, my sister only paid for the ingredients. No, the cake wasn't eaten before or after it was destroyed. Literally everything went in the trash, which is what hurts me the most. I hate wasting food like this. No, my niece does not hate this tradition. She never cried. She always laughed when it happened. No, from what I know, they didn't ruin the cake they bought because they weren't in the mood. Or there was no one there to belittle. So let's talk about this for a second. Do you think the only reason OP's sister did this was to knock OP down a peg? Was that the reason, or did she really do it because it was a fun tradition? But if that was the case, why would she say, we're not going to do it this year, we're going to eat it, and then lie, go against her word every time? They didn't want to waste their money. 100%. Okay, it was just a play to be able to knock her down a peg, and then that kind of feeds into her believing that no matter how many times she said she wasn't going to be there, like, oh, you'll cave, oh, you'll be there, or don't listen to her, she's just full of shit, she'll still be there, she would never do that to my little girl, but you would, mom. That's messed up. That's hardcore messed up. I'm at NTA for UOP. I worried that I was going to be going a little bit the opposite direction because of the kid being harmed in this process, but that wasn't your choice. That was her bizzo mom's choice and potentially brozo dad's choice. You did not do that. You were very, very clear about your not being there. Don't feel bad for that. And unfortunately, everybody there might blame you, but you know the truth. And that's all that matters. Sucks. Sucks bad.